All right, you guys. I think I got this working where we wanted to. This week we got Matt and Perry, and Matt is going to show us how to jiggle. I mean, not jiggle. How to scrape. Scrape a website with Python, because I want to learn how to do that too. Matt, take it away.
Okay. Okay, so for this one, we're using Beautiful Soup,
That's the most popular
which
one,
is
right?
yeah,
That's like
that I
the-
know of.
yeah.
It's the HTML parser.
Yeah, I've heard that one a lot too. That's definitely the one that comes up most, I think, for most popular scraper, at least in Python.
Yeah. So I used this one a while ago, but I don't remember any of it.
Got it. Perfect.
So I think we could just start with this
Something simple.
example here.
Okay.
So to start, I'll just have this hard-coded HTML here.
Yeah. So what's a BS4 from BS4 imports? Is that like a bigger library, and you're pulling one module in?
It's just Beautiful Soup 4.
Oh, okay.
So do you know about imports?
Yeah,
Python?
yeah.
So it's just the name of the package that this thing came in is BS4.
So when you install, it's a pip install BS4, not pip install Beautiful Soup.
I think I did pip install Beautiful Soup 4.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, and so you could also do
And BS
import Beautiful Soup, but then anywhere you use it, you have to do bs4.beautifulsoup.
Got it. Okay.
And Beautiful Soup is the function, right, itself that you're going to use.
Yeah. So, like, it just came with this example HTML.
Mhm.
So, in the next version of this, you would download the HTML yourself somewhere in the Python. But you can see this is just a simple thing. So, like, say you wanted to scrape all these.
So why don't you put that HTML, Matt, into a HTML file and open it up so you can see what it would look like on a website? You know what I mean? To give us just an idea.
Oh.
I think for you and for us, it seems like we get it, but maybe it'd be easier to do that with a visual. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And maybe, like you said, maybe for the beginning, you can use that HTML directly, but then we can just open up the HTML file. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think you gotta close the body and the what's it called now? Or does it bring in malformed HTML and it's just the same?
Oh, you mean I didn't copy it all? Yeah.
It's missing like the body and the head, and you know, it looks like the head is there. The HTML is not closed, and neither is the body.
Okay, we could pick it apart in a second here.
That's okay. So let's see what you got.
Let me see. This is just what I copied. So
Okay, that's fine. Let's keep it going then.
because in the real world,
Right. I'll
you're
quit.
downloading anybody's
I'll quit heckling you for now.
HTML, right? Okay, so you got this thing here, right?
Yeah.
Pretty plain, right? So yeah.
Okay, so that's still just
That's what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is nice. Let's try this function here. So, so this is back in the Python here.
Right.
So I'm gonna make my soup object from the Beautiful Soup class, and then you give it the text, and then an HTML parser, because I think this thing actually does other things as well.
Right.
You could parse other like XML or something.
Oh, that's kind of cool. So you could actually parse what probably parses a bunch of different things altogether, not just those couple of things.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was reading and I thought it would print out. It would like basically you could bring these objects in, parse them out, and make objects out of them, and that's how you put them into like a database and whatnot, right?
Yeah, I think you start to access them like the first body or things like that.
Got it.
So in this example, oh,
Oh, you're trying to run it?
yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the difference between like Python 2 and Python 3. You have to have the little quotes.
So that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'm looking for over here in this document.
Mm-hmm.
It makes it look like they have a function called prettify. Oh, I think I spelled it wrong.
Oh, pettify. Prettify, but you had an extra Y in there.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
so
it actually
if you look at
closed the tag for you. It closed it for you. That's interesting.
Oh, there you go. So
that's awesome.
So the malformed HTML was intentional.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, and it parses it out too. Nice. So that's actually pretty useful because if you're ever trying to scrape a random website, they probably won't have these spaces and things like this.
Right. For basically formats. So you could actually print this out to a local HTML file if you're like pulling it in from the web, right? Make a copy.
Yeah. Okay, and now you want to. Oh, okay, so.
Oh, so basically, once you create that object, you can basically do pull out properties from it and methods and whatnot, right?
Yeah. So let's try some of these things. So I'm gonna comment out this here just so it doesn't block everything else. Title. Yeah, let's see what that looks like.
Yeah. Dormouse's story, which is the title property.
As you can see up here, yeah.
So what happened?
You could also do like.
There's two titles there, though. The head title and then the one in the body.
This
title.
The P class title.
Yeah, would that be the same or different? So that's a name.
It looks like see how it's title and then the slash title? It looks like it's actually the title tag here.
Got it, from the head.
So let's try something like this. Revenge of the Dormouse.
Good. Okay. You gotta talk, Matt, to take the screen comes back to you.
Oh.
Every time.
Is there a way to pin me?
I'm not sure. I think you could block us because every time me and Perry talk or laugh, we take over your screen.
I need to block you. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, let me see. How can I do that?
I think that's on your side, Eddie.
You're probably right. I just can't.
I think if you click on my name or something, you can always look at me.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, it's working. Yeah, that's what I did too. It works.
I fixed it. Awesome.
Okay.
So Hey Matt, I'm kind of, I mean, not quite lost. I mean, I see that you're coding, but can you just kind of?
That means you're lost. I can see you're typing something, but I don't know what you're doing, so help.
I mean, I see the code. You know, this is a Py file, and you have some HTML in there.
Right.
I just want to know. So, this is all you need to do to, I guess, start this scraping process. Is just to copy the code over, and then eventually run, and then enter the website that you want to scrape. Is that what my understanding
Yeah.
is?
So it's kind of skipping a step here because this text, you would normally download it within the Python itself.
Uh-huh.
But I just wanted to get started right away with the parsing it
Right.
and trying to find the parts of it.
This is a good example. It helps you understand what you're doing with objects, as opposed to trying to figure out why am I not getting the title because you're not pulling it in right or something, right? So then this is like the good intro step.
Yeah. If I didn't have that, then I would do like HTML doc equals something like get from website.
Is it like a curl? Is it a curl command that you're pulling it in, or how is it? Is it like a get?
Probably a curl. Yeah. I mean, I would have to look it up to see what the command is, but there's some. I forget it, but there's some command like this, and then you just have the URL of that website, and then you would get the HTML saved to a string.
So let's say on the example you have down here, Matt, where it has like the links to hrefs. If you pull in those, will you have 3 different links there, 3 different objects, and like an array? You could go through that. You want to try that real quick? Because title for the most part is gonna be one, right? They're not gonna have like multiple stuff. But how do you iterate through a list of stuff, right?
Right. So start to parse something more useful. You mean?
Yeah, parse that one out. Let's see if we get the links, I guess, for example, and then we could go to some other website.
Yeah. Okay. That's a good point. So let's. So title.
Here we go. There's that one at the bottom. So one common task: extracting all the URLs found within the page A tags. So that's actually a thing.
Oh, find all A tags. Okay.
Okay, so it's using it. It basically is using the HTML to identify what stuff is.
Oh, and then this is another useful one. Soup find ID equals link 3. So okay, let's start with this one.
Mm-hmm.
So this soup.findAll will just give me a list.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just going to iterate over that list.
Right. Print link.
So
href, that's interesting.
Link dot get. Oh, okay. So let me try with just print link. See what that.
What does that
like.
give you? It gives you the whole HTML.
Oh, okay.
That's cool.
Yeah. So let me comment out that part.
So I bet you can get properties within that link.
Yeah. Okay. So you could get like the ID.
Probably the class. Maybe the name.
Yeah.
Try name. Maybe the name would give you what's what's represented in the HTML.
Link dot.
Because then if you do that, you can say, oh, this is a link for this particular name, right? Without having to.
What do you mean by name?
So like on the first line you have LC, right? If you print the link, it might say example.lc, but in reality it might be example. Whatever Instagram user, you don't know what it is, but then you could reference that, cross-reference that with the name that is on the web page, right? Like LC, the actual name.
You mean get the link and then get the text.
The text for that link that's on the page, yeah. I think that might be useful.
Okay. If name works.
Yes, yeah. Okay, so that's the name of the tag.
Maybe it's text.
Oh, that's cool.
Okay.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, I think if I was representing that somewhere, that would be something I would find useful to show. Here's the tag on the page, and here's the link. Or if you're saying like a link to, like we're talking about those the government website, right? You just like want to say, oh, this is a link to the national park Yosemite. Yosemite National Park, and you
Right.
can put the link behind it to build your own page from that, right? Scrape.
Right. So something like link dot. So how did they get it? That href. They did
Get.
dot get href. Okay.
Let's try that. See if that works. Okay, that's cool.
Okay. So yeah, like you were saying, do something like this. Where you get the name and then show
It was text, not name.
that's their link. Oh,
And I think yeah, extra T over there at the link. That's cool.
yeah, okay.
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 Does that make sense so far, Perry? Do you have any questions or anything?
Yeah, no, I don't know what you guys are trying to do right here. This,
We're just playing with it. We're not trying to do anything. I just want to see like what it can do right now. Like how do you
Oh, got it.
the parser
Okay.
is just pulling data out from the web page, right? Right now, the example is easy because we can see the text that he put in, the object up on top, and we can see, oh, how do I get this? How do I get
Got
that?
it. Got it. This is like you're using the HTML. Okay, that's where I was confused. Is that why the HTML? But that's what you're trying to use. Use this function to parse out whatever you want to parse out
Yeah,
in the website, and that's your mini website. It's a simple
one page.
one pager, so that when you do program it, this beautiful soup to look for whatever you need to look for, right? So that
Right.
you don't have
Yeah.
to do it yourself,
Well,
or
it's a little
manually.
bit it's a little bit of practice, right? So then you know how the program works,
Got it.
the application works. So then when you go hit the real website, how do I get this URLs? Now I have the command right there, right? So
Got it. Okay. No, I got it. I
cool. Okay, let's try. You want to try something else on the Matt, or do you want to pull in something from the web now?
Yeah, we can try pulling in something.
Oh, so yes, okay.
So let me look.
You can
Let me look up
scrape my
first.
new resume site. It's got a few things on there.
Okay. Let me see how I find girl.
Yeah, so curl would just pull it down, right?
Right.
I wonder when that would be different than just a get.
Oh, URL lib. I think that's the one I used before.
URL library. And what version of Python are you running, Matt? 2 or 3?
3. I'm not living in the past. Yeah, we could take a second if I don't know, this part seems more boring if it's me
No, it's okay.
looking through Google.
You can talk through like what you're doing. Maybe that would make it more interesting.
So I'm looking for a good example of something that is just going from a URL like Eddie's resume and then turning that into the same text or a string that we had before.
All right.
Oh, so I
Okay.
guess like
it's
this
a
one's here.
URL lib.request open URL data read. Try this here, man. I'm gonna
Yeah.
send you some data real quick. So on Google on Hangouts.
Okay.
Let's see. I just sent you on the Google window. See if you can see it. It's on the left.
Oh, this is from mine.
No, I wrote it myself.
Oh. Okay, let's see.
Yeah, copy that and just remove the. Uh-oh. Made it on one page.
Yeah, I kind of messed up, but oh, so this one is coming from a HTML file that's already downloaded.
So where is the actual thing downloaded? So I think that's that download HTML. You have a download HTML. So you create a
Right.
downloaded
So-
file name .download.html that's where you
Yeah,
store
so
it.
this one saves it separately, saves it, and then works with it. I think I found a pretty good example here. I'm going to try this one.
Okay.
So, are you both familiar with like the Python console?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. A little bit.
Okay, so
Enough. Yeah.
so it's just you type code
Right.
and then
right.
it runs it in real time.
Directly. Yep.
So it's just a little bit faster if I want to.
Yeah. You can actually
Test
do
out
that in the terminal as well, in the VS Code terminal.
Oh, I didn't even realize this thing had a terminal.
Yeah, the terminal is awesome. Go to View. It should give you terminal, integrated terminal. Right in the middle.
Oh. Oh, okay. That's useful.
You could even put Bash in there too. Yeah, I was like, why is he going to another window when you could just do it right there?
Oh. This one doesn't find Python though.
You should, right? You're already on Python. Maybe do a Python help, make sure it works.
I'm just not going to mess with that right now.
Fair enough.
I'm not sure what these options are though. This params.
Spam.
Spam 1, eggs 2, bacon 0.
Try it.
Okay.
Maybe it's pulling up some of that stuff. Here are in code. What is that page? Musiccal.com. Let's see.
Oh, I think this is passing the params.
Got it.
So for our purposes, I don't think we really
We don't need that, right?
care about any params.
Got it.
So what website do you want me to use, Eddie?
Well, you can use anything. I was just suggesting the other one for fun. I think eddyism.github.io/resume. /resume/ I should do it. There's a little bit of data on there. But it's only one page, so it'd be easy just to grab everything off it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No URL open. Is that the wrong one? Oh, I think it's what's it call it? URL lib.request.url open.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Try a .request.url open. All right, no request either. That's what you had in this other example that you did, the first one that we did.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let's try this one.
Fancy URL opener.
I guess maybe
example.
this version of URL lib I have is different from this documentation here.
Can you check yours and see what version you have?
I thought I saw 2.7 when he was looking through somewhere, but
oh, this thing you mean 2.7?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, here it is. In Python 3 to URL lib.request, URL lib.parse, URL lib.error.
Yeah, so if you're on Python 3, it should be URL open, right? Unless you have a different version of...
I'm on what?
Yeah, does it get your... Alright. Alright. Great success.
Okay. So there's your website.
Awesome.
So I could actually use the beautiful soup code here
To prettify
parse, prettify your thing.
Mm-hmm. You could change that import beautiful soup as something else too, right? To like simply to give it an alias like BS.
Yeah, if you wanted to call it BS everywhere.
It's something instead of typing in it beautiful soup every time.
Oh yeah, you could. But
yeah,
but I mean, the way it works is I make a soup object anyways.
Right.
So I end up only typing it once. But yeah, you could.
Got it. Okay, makes sense.
So I loaded your HTML into this soup object using
the parser.
f.read.
Right, that makes sense.
F.read is from your
and now print. You're gonna print beautify, and you should be able to.
Okay.
Uh-oh. It didn't print, huh?
Yeah, I think maybe you could only read it once.
Got it.
So I reset it there. Let's see if that works now.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So
then
there's the HTML
if we wanted to scrape something, we would have to know like
Yeah.
what
So
class, right? Like let's say if we wanted
yeah.
some of the
So
divs. Like
you would look at like, I mean, you'd probably start with the website, right?
Right. The code, tools,
yeah.
or design, something like that, right? Objects.
Yeah.
So generally scraping one page is actually not a big deal, not too hard, right?
Yeah.
Aristotle?
So here's wiki quote, right? So if you just wanted to like gather all these quotes or something.
Let's try
so
that.
now that we have the test,
right,
I'll write into the program.
Got it.
What I just did here in the console.
You get rid of that stuff. Makes sense.
So import URL lib request. Okay.
Yeah, someone's probably already wrote like a front end for this.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Open. So for now, I'll just URL open. For now, I'll just hard code in.
Right.
This first, or maybe I should find somebody who has less quotes.
How many quotes does he have?
I don't know. He has a lot.
Right.
I'll just put Aristotle for now.
Yeah.
If you want to change it.
That's okay. Maybe we could just print the top 10 or something. Not to print 100,000 of them. Someone who didn't talk as much as him.
Okay, and then here. Oh. Or maybe I'm not doing a good job explaining.
No, it's okay.
Being clear about what I'm doing here.
We can add notes to it after. I think that first you could comment out the HTML doc part, but I think that was very useful to have that, like you said, right in front of you to start off to get a better, nice understanding. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just gonna delete this because we have it saved already somewhere else.
So that library probably has a curl command, it built into it as an abstraction from what you're doing. It's a little bit easier to just
Yeah.
Instead of having to type it in and bring in a curl library or that kind of stuff.
Oh, and actually, let's just see
you already
what happens if we just run that code there.
You also already have the print beautiful, super prettify already commented out.
Yeah.
Give that a try.
Oh. Right, just printing the
just get the links
right now.
Nice.
Yeah. So actually, this would be like the start of a web crawler. Right. So you just go to a website, and then you have all these links, and then if you just loaded them back into this thing and scrape all of those, then you just see like every website that's linked anywhere.
You can start doing an analysis on it, right, and whatnot.
Yeah.
That's kind of cool. So for example,
it looks like a lot of these are like different languages or something.
So on something like that, Matt, when you have like a bunch of them, would you be able to get like a count and know how many links are on the page?
Yeah.
A count function, right?
So Yeah. So this is a list, right? So instead of just consuming it directly in this here,
Got it.
I'd save it in a variable.
And you actually get a count,
save it
right?
in a variable, and then just do print. I think it's length.
Yeah.
611.
Nice. And then you could pull out 500 if you wanted, right? Using the attribute.
So I think, yeah. So if we wanted quotes from here, I think the next step would be to identify like what tags have these formats, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like these bullet points, basically.
Okay, so all those bullet points, those are quotes on that page.
Yeah.
Got it.
So we could look at the HTML and try to find it, or I could use this HTML tools and see where this is stored, basically. Mm-hmm. See if hopefully there's like a unique tag or something on all of these.
If once you got the page though, and you could put that into the HTML, you can probably see if there's any pattern in there, right? A little easier than having to dig through this thing. Or is it just list?
Yeah.
Maybe it's just list. I like
it. Yeah. It's just this list element, right?
Try that. You should be able to find by li, right?
You mean just find all LIs?
Yeah, see if that gives you some.
That might work, yeah. And it looks like they all have quotes around them, too.
They're all nested inside the unordered list, so maybe try the list first, and then...
Okay, let's try all LIs. So I'm going to comment out this part.
Yeah, this is pretty cool. I'm definitely gonna play with this scraping thing a little bit for my uses. I'll find some kind of use that's almost useless but fun.
Yeah, there's probably like to find this these quotes. There's probably like a bunch of different ways,
right,
that you could approach it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just see how this one turns out. We'll just print the whole thing.
Yeah, let's give that a try.
Or let's do dot.
Yeah, that might just give you okay. Good catch. I almost didn't think about that.
Okay, so
scroll up. That might be the bottom of the languages. The quotes may still be above.
It's on the page, right?
Yeah. There it
so
is.
It gets some languages and stuff. But if I scroll up,
they are right there. So that gives you the quote, right? And then that gives you the...
Is that like sources or something?
Yeah, sources.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I think these are quotes about Aristotle.
Keep going up. There might be more. That might actually be towards the bottom. That might be like the references.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah. This is the Aristotle quotes.
So you would need to either have to do something else to be able to parse that out, because it's not even bringing in the quotation marks, right?
Right.
Some way to identify maybe a beginning and end to that, where do you want to start from the top? Maybe categories, right?
Yeah, or maybe you quotes. Find. So I'm parsing. So I have this soup. Dot find all LIs,
right?
But maybe it would be better to like find this section and then find all LIs
in that section. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I could see that this would be so useful when you're doing a search, and you get to specify almost anything. that you want. I mean, it might take some time to kind of specify what you want, but once you do it, you just hit enter and it's like, boom, that's all there, right? So
Right.
Yeah, I would say it almost seems to be like the number one first use for Python when people start looking for it is, how do I scrape a website? Use Python. Okay.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, and I think I wanted to scrape a website for quotes before,
Mm-hmm.
and I used Python.
Right.
I'm kind of surprised it's not like it doesn't have a front end on this already somewhere. And
Well, I'm sure there is somewhere. Someone has it. Either a web
Yeah.
front end or a desktop front end. But
Yeah.
you can try that, find that section.
Sure. So let me.
Span ID. Where's the class above that?
So I want to see if that's in like some div by itself.
You have to see how far that div is included though. Does it include all that stuff at the bottom or not? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't think it does. Or I can't see a div that's just this thing.
Right. Because it says MW context for the ID. Because there was an option in the beautiful suit to pull by ID, right?
Mm-hmm.
Those are links.
Oh yeah, so like this one has this LI has links inside of it.
So keep going. It's the next one. It's not categories.
What do you say? Scroll down.
I'm just seeing where is all these are these actually all these are just categories of quotes or. Oh, okay. I'm trying to figure out what the page looks like.
Wait, I think categories is like it's quotes about categories.
Got it. Yeah, that's why I was confused. I was like, wait a minute, is that the categories or is that something else? I'm trying to decipher what the website actually does. Physics. So let's say if you want to pull just physics. Physics quotes, right? Let's make it a little simple. So could it be just in that span? That's not really a div though, right?
Yeah, it looks like you would want to do something like find this H3 and then maybe find the next H3
and stop
and
before
then
that. There it is, another one right there.
Yeah.
I bet you that's the next that's the next span, next header, right?
Yeah. So on the heavens is. So he has all these quotes about physics and then on the heavens.
All right.
So probably if you're going to do this, then you'd find H3 physics and then find the next H3 and then parse all the missed elements between those two.
Got it.
So let's see if we could do that.
Okay. That'd be cool. That'd be so much more targeted, right?
Yeah.
Especially for stuff like this that's really big. It would be nice if if you're doing all the wiki quotes and say, I just want to find quotes that are physics,
Right.
Or love.
Because also if you just parse everything, you want some context too, right? Like.
Right. Where
it
would
might be
you put
good
it
for it to say physics about it or something. Okay, so let's try to find that H3 first. I'm gonna look at the documentation.
So look at that real quick.
Okay, so we got .find, something like this.
Oh, so that's a tag. Title string.
So ID equals link 3.
Yeah.
So is there ID? Oh, ID equals physics.
Yeah.
That's useful.
I wonder if that's just going to give you that one thing, that one span.
I think it will.
It's not going to give you,
Yeah, the header.
But that'd be a start.
I think you're right. Yeah.
None.
None?
Maybe I spelled something wrong.
You look at the documentation. I think you didn't put that part in right.
So ID equals
double quotes, and you put the ID in the quote too.
Yeah.
Single quotes work, I think. You just have to put double quotes. Alright. So that should give us that one.
So Eddie, are you gonna build a API to do something for your brother then?
I'm gonna try to see if I can use this to scrape some of those Toyota dealerships, the local ones, and see how hard it is to pull the information I want from it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And if anything,
or at least this like a specific information that your brother wants, and then you just then build up something for him so that he can just type it in what he wants, and then it'll scrape it for him, right? So he doesn't need you to program it specifically.
Yeah, it'll start super simple first, just try to see. I'm gonna see what I can get, because like some of these websites are easier, they're not dynamic, where some of the other ones are dynamic, so they might be a little harder to pull data from. But I think that'll be the challenge, to do that first, see if what I could pull from one site, and then see if that website, if I use the same script for a different dealership, they might not be the same either, right? They might have different ideas, different tags,
slightly different.
And it's only useful if I can do this relatively the same script for multiple of them, because I can't write one script for each for 20 different dealerships. So I think I will try that, and then I'll try that and see if it works, and then I could even if it's just simple, I could just make that like a text file and compare prices. They only have like 15, 20 trucks at a time, what I'm looking for, you know what I mean? So I could put and then sort them by the highest price, lowest price models, whatnot, get a little more fancy, then I can see which ones are the top 5. And you could do all kinds of stuff if you get the data in. Then once the data is in the computer, then I can do all kinds of stuff with that, and that'd be nice to have. And I can make that, just send an email out to me and my brother, you know what I mean? That'd be awesome. And then I'll worry about giving him something he can use. Sibling, is that going to pull the next one, Matt?
It looks like it. So so I think there's like some random thing, some random tag, but then we'll see after that. Maybe it will be a quote. Nope.
Edit section. Oh, so that's the next tag is the edit on that tag. So if you're like an editor on the wiki, you can change it.
Right.
That little edit button right there with the brackets, that's what that next span is. Then the next one would be the next span would be for the physics description.
So yeah.
So you're still in H3, right?
So I need to get out of the H3. So I need to go parents.
DL.
I need to go up a level and then next sibling.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
But the next one's actually a DL, not a UL. Try it.
Yeah. So I'll have to do parent, then next. But let's see where this goes. Okay. I think it's just white space.
Okay, so that's actually the next one. So you gotta do the next one again. Then you're still not in the UL. That should give you the first quote. save.
In the guide it said a lot of the times next sibling will just give you a white space.
It's a blank line. It's a break.
Because it's like a new line in the HTML doc or something. Okay, I see a quote.
There it is.
There we go.
So you can even program it to say if next sibling is blank, go to the next sibling, right?
Yeah.
So find the first one that is a UL, then in the UL change the list. If UL contains list, bring me the first list, because actually the first list is the quote. The second list is what do you call it? The reference.
Right. So now I got this first UL, so I'll save it somewhere. And then even with this UL, I just want the text, right?
The first line.
Or actually, the first line item.
Is it not closing?
The text
of the
first line. It's not closing. Oh no, I think the li. It contains another li.
Yeah, it does. It contains the whole quote and the reference, and then it closes after that.
Li. Oh yeah, and then it contains this garbage that we don't care about, right?
Right. And then it closes, and then the URL or this, and then the next quote starts with the next thing.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. One thing that's hard with this, I guess, is that whatever work or like logic you do is going to be very specific to whatever HTML you're looking at, right?
Right. So that's gonna
however they did make their site.
Yeah, that's gonna make it hard for scraping multiple auto dealership sites because they're not the same.
Yeah.
So we'll see how hard that is, and see how. I think it won't be hard to do one, but like you said, doing that over, and then if they change it, then you're screwed, right? So.
Right.
We'll see how practical that is, but it's worth a try. I think just to get the practice with the beautiful suit would be nice to try. So I think this is good for now. So.
Right.
Perry, do you have any questions? Do you have anything to add to that? Did you go to sleep?
No. Oh, are you talking to me, Eddie?
Yeah. I was thinking.
Sorry, I didn't hear
any questions or anything.
No, I'm good. I totally get what you guys or what you guys did, and I could see how this would be like awesome when you're searching for stuff in multiple places. Kind of like those Travelocity sites. Instead of just going to a whole bunch of sites, you can just specify it, and except this is just whatever you want it to be, to search for.
I think bigger sites like that, they're not doing scraping. They're using an API, like an actual API.
Yeah.
They're communicating with other services.
Slightly different.
Yes.
Yeah.
Quite different, actually. This is like you're just going and taking content from their
content
as opposed
from websites. Yeah,
as opposed to something has API that gives you an interface to it. You know what I mean? So you can program against it. So okay, sounds good, Matt. Thanks for showing us that little bit, and let's see if I could. We'll figure out what we could do next time with this thing, and I will do that next week.
Yeah, thanks, Matt. I've never heard of this before. Never. So it's kind of neat to learn something new.
Sure.
And it's with Python too. So okay.
Bye.